to Ritz-Carlton, Washington, D.C. to learn about their new royal wedding experience. I'm with Amal Azari of the Ritz-Carlton, Washington, D.C. How are you doing, Amari?
I'm doing great, thank you. And yourself?
Fine. This is beautiful.
It is stunning. We are offering a royal wedding experience to brides who seek to have their own aristocratic royal wedding celebration.
Now, what ideas have you come up with so far?
Well, we partnered with several luxury vendors who we have amazing relationships with. So it's been a fantastic partnership with all these vendors to bring to life this incredible experience to our couples.
That's wonderful. I'm with Kelly Jenkins with Capital Decor Events. How are you doing, Kelly?
I'm good, Donna. Thank you for being here. We're here at the Ritz today to present this fabulous royal wedding package. We put together a sampling of what we would offer the lucky couple who wants the ultimate experience here at the Ritz-Carlton.
Now, the flower arrangement, what made you come up with this particular design?
Well, what we really wanted to do was try to incorporate the old traditions of a typical English, pomp and circumstance wedding like a royal family would have, with the youthfulness and contemporary stylings of the couple. So our vision for the ceremony, we would transform a section of the Ritz-Carlton Ballroom into Westminster Abbey. We would actually come in with a crew and build Gothic arches, a multi-leveled altar area, stained glass window, church pews. Our feeling for this incredible experience is more is more. More flowers, and more flowers on top of more flowers. So I wanted to show you this kind of inspiration board that we did. We took pictures of Buckingham Palace. We did a computerized rendering of some long tables with the oriental carpets. And then we just selected some beaded fabrics and some jewels that we kind of put together. A couple pictures of actual work that we've done, another wedding with over-the-top beautiful lush flowers and gorgeous tables. So what we would do is we would present storyboards like this to the client. Of course, I need their feedback, and so I can incorporate their taste and within their personality with my designs, and we come up with these inspirational boards to sell the job.
That's beautiful. Now, how much would some of this cost?
Well, it's really hard to say. I mean, for an experience with all these flowers and beautiful crystal, there's quite a range. And of course, it depends on how many people that you would have, but to transform an entire room and build arches and bring in antique dishes, I'm sure you're into the $1 million range or plus.
And I think that's very reasonable considering, everything that you're getting. It's beautiful. I'm with Matthew Rosenheim of the Tiny Jewel Box. Tell me, Matthew, about your company.
Well, Tiny Jewel Box was founded in Washington, D.C. in 1930 by my grandparents.
I hear you do beautiful custom pieces.
I do. I've actually created a custom designed jewelry package that includes a beautiful tiara that's designed for the bride. In addition, a replica of Kate Middleton's sapphire and diamond ring and a beautiful pair of earrings that would be a complement to the tiara. So I'm very proud to be a partner of Ritz-Carlton, Washington, D.C. and to have been able to create a really special jewelry package to commemorate this wonderful event.
Now, the whole package, what would that run?
The package is valued at $250,000.
Okay. Could you show us some of your pieces?
Absolutely. In addition to the custom package, if anyone buys this package, I'm going to loan them jewelry for their special wedding. They can come to my shop and choose from some of the selections that we have. Just to give you a little example, here's a beautiful 1925 vintage Art Deco American bracelet.
And what are the price of something like that?
This is about $50,000. And I love this because this really plays into the royal wedding package. It is a pair of sapphire and diamond earrings modeled after Kate Middleton's ring.
Okay.
So I thought this would be a nice gift idea for Prince William.
That is beautiful also. Now, the combination of something like that, what would that be?
Ring and earring for a cool $100,000, we could talk.
Okay, great. Well, thanks so much.
You're welcome. It's nice to meet you.
I'm here with Mike Ostro, the Entertainment Exchange. How you doing, Mike?
Good. Hi, Donna.
So tell me about your company.
Entertainment Exchange is a full-service entertainment production and management company, and we offer all kinds of entertainment for any kind of event, really. But we were called in by the Ritz to provide the entertainment for their royal wedding package. We did a lot of research for the package and determined what they've done historically for the royal weddings, and we're able to recreate through the wedding ceremony exactly what they've had for various royal weddings throughout since the turn of the century. We'll be providing a full orchestra. We're going to have a choir. We're going to have, for the interlude pieces, harp, and violin pieces. We're going to have a brass fanfare to introduce the bride down the aisle. That'll be very exciting. And those were historically, they'll have their choices of hymns and things, but historically it was the choir and the orchestra and the church organist that we can all provide that have made up the bulk of the ceremony portion. Then we're going to move into a cocktail area where we'll be providing a jazz ensemble for them, kind of a little more mellower mood when people are drinking the wine and cocktails and getting ready to go into the reception. In the reception itself, we're proposing for them a variety dance band. It's pretty typical. You might see one of the higher end, wonderful DC-based variety dance bands, or a big jazz swing orchestra, and sometime for either act, a celebrity entertainer to do a portion of the evening.
Wow, that's great.
It'll be great. And then after, for the young folks who still have some partying left in them, we're doing a New York style celebrity DJ that's going to come down and do an after party here in the hotel.
Fabulous. Coming up, we're going to the finest bridal suite, look at some amazing dresses, and wet our palate with some of the finest bubbly. So thanks, Andy, for having us here today.
You're welcome.
Tell me a little bit about what you do.
I basically produce entertainment all over the world for different kinds of events.
Wow.
Yeah, we just had a really great time for New Year's Eve. It was for the Redskins football team, coaches, management, staff, everybody. And there were a lot of people. It was at a really nice hotel, and we had a whole combination of entertainment of a live party band, a DJ, we had dancers, we had an MC. The whole point of it was to do something that not just with sound, but also visually really gets people excited, engages them, and gets them to dance. And by the end of the night, we couldn't get people out. Like, they wouldn't leave for 45 minutes.
Well, that's good to know.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That's my favorite kind of an event. And that's what it's about, is how can you take people and emotionally move them so that they really have a great time.
So when you plan your events, how long does it take to plan?
I like to find out from the client, what are the goals for this event? Is it to recognize people? Is it a fundraiser? Is it some kind of a social event? So in the case of New Year's, it was actually a fundraising event, and they wanted to raise money. So we needed to do something that really got people excited, where they would have a great time, talk about it to their friends.
And open their wallets.
Oh yeah, definitely open their wallets, yeah, and come back the following year.
So you're an entertainment producer. What exactly does that mean?
Well, most people just book entertainment. That's basically it. So through music and entertainment and using it in the right way, I like to take the crowd on a journey so that I'm creating an experience basically for them. So every bride wants to have a unique wedding. They want it to be special. So what I do is get in there ahead of time and find out what is their personality? How can I help reflect their story through the music and entertainment? It's not just having a great band, a great DJ, a great string quartet for the ceremony, but it's orchestrating every moment. So from the moment people arrive to the moment they leave, something is happening, and there's an emotional context to it that helps to tell their story and helps to move people, because that's what it's about. The bride and groom want them to be there to celebrate and feel the love that they're feeling.
So you have a custom package that you do.
Exactly.
Based on your client.
Exactly.
So it's not just show up with a band and start playing some music.
That I couldn't say it any better. That's absolutely it, Donna.
Some people just show up okay, we're here. I don't even like this.
I basically design the entertainment, custom design it, and I get involved very early. I work with, if there's an event producer, I work with them, I meet with the client, I want to know, again, what is it that moves them? Why are they having this event? And usually it's to celebrate something. Events, that's what they're set up to. You're celebrating something, and you want to pull everybody into it and have them be there with you.
I heard you did a great event at Disney.
Yeah.
And it got a lot of press.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Basically, Brides Magazine asked me to be on this dream team of vendors that produced this fantasy wedding for a bride and groom who had won a contest, to have their wedding at Cinderella's castle. And that had never been done before. And they invited the entire park. There was something like 10,000 people there. And originally, they really only had me involved in just having the after party, with the band. And I met with the Disney team, the production team, and I found out what they were going to do originally, which was just to pipe classical music through the speakers. That's what they were going to do for the ceremony.
That sounds pretty boring.
Yeah. Piping classical music in, like you say, that's not going to do it. So I came up with this whole thing that I designed. It turns out that the bride loved The Prayer by Andre Bocelli and Celine Dion.
I love that. That's
Yeah, it's a beautiful song, the lyrics. And the message of that song really told the story of their relationship. You know, that's what they told me.
So basically, they didn't even consult with them and say, hey, what type of music do you like? They just automatically assume, hey, they just want classical music.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
And you don't do that. You customize every package.
Exactly. I mean, you know, of course I could give them just that, but again, the point is, and like we're talking about, this is just an over-the-top, incredibly exciting event. You know, what can we do to take this to another level and then pull in 10,000 people who are sitting there watching this ceremony early in the morning?
So how long did it take you for you to plan something like this?
That took, I mean, there was a couple months of going back and forth with Disney, but the actual idea was really quick. I mean, as soon as we talked about it being in front of the castle, right away I thought, whoa, there's this beautiful visual. You know, what can we do to bring in the elements? What can we do to make it look beautiful and sound beautiful? So that was a great example of a very over-the-top wedding. And Disney said in the end that, that although they had different plans in the beginning, by using these entertainment production design ideas, it took it to a whole nother level. And they got on Entertainment Tonight, they got on the Fantasy Food Network. It was great for everybody. It was a great time.
Well, I'm happy that they were open-minded enough to listen to what you said. 'Cause
That's
they're like, oh, well, we don't want to do that.
No, that's a really good point. I mean, Disney, although they're corporate, they were wonderful. They're so talented, and they are creative. It's Disney, so they were very open-minded to the ideas, and it was a great experience. It was a collaboration. You know, we look at it as this incredible opportunity to facilitate such a special, joyous occasion, and so in the moment, we're reading the crowd, and we're choosing songs that are helping to drive it along. And at any party, like a great concert, a great film, you know, you have to have moments. You know, moments that are really interesting, that draws everybody together, and then other moments where everyone's just kind of doing their thing and they're interacting with each other. So it's really experiencing a journey together, and that's why I love creating an experience. That's how I look at it. I'm creating an experience for the crowd where in the end, together, we're all celebrating the same thing together.
What do you do to bring together all age groups?
Well, there was one party where the guest of honor was really young, and yet there were all ages at the party. And so for that, we brought together a really great party band and a really great DJ. So we were able to basically bring everybody together and play music that everyone loved by having this interaction be between the DJ and the band the whole night. It was really an incredible party. You know, we didn't want to have any pause, because that's another key element of any party when they're dancing. You know, the moment that there's silence, people tend to leave the dance floor. And so at this party, the challenge was with a band and a DJ, how do you keep it continuous? So when the band would be getting ready to end a song, the DJ actually started to mix along, and so that it just seamlessly went right into the DJ music, and vice versa. And everyone's having a blast.
That sounds fabulous.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Andy, thanks so much for having us. And I will definitely be hiring Andy Kushner Entertainment for my next event.
Thanks, Donna. It was a pleasure.